So it has been quite a while since we've discussed Jordan Love, and it typically has happened the past few years. The preseason, the Jordan Love talk heats up. Everyone talking about, could he be the future? If Rodgers retires at some point, is Jordan Love going to be able to come in and be a successful, starting caliber quarterback in the NFL? And there's definitely been lots of debate on that. But I came across some interesting information from a live discussion with De'Vondre Campbell and Dallin Leavitt of the Green Bay Packers a couple days ago, posted by USA Today. And I want to read here what first Dallin Leavitt had to say, and then De'Vondre Campbell had to say about Jordan Love, because typically we don't get too much insight into how Jordan Love is looking really at all throughout the season during practices, but these guys clearly see him every day, so they have some information which I think is pretty interesting. So first off here we have Leavitt saying, I was a big fan of Jordan, like young Jordan. We were struggling a little bit on offense early my senior year, and I was begging the head coach to play him. So they played college football together. He finally got an opportunity and put like 50 on UNLV the first time he got like a true first start. I think Jordan's a great player. I think he's a great teammate. I'm not in the offensive meetings, but I can see the way the ball comes out of his hands. I can see the way he's decisive playing against our defense. I don't know about y'all, but I think we've got a pretty good defense, and he does a really good job for us in practice. He gives us a real look, and it's pretty impressive. He does some pretty impressive things. Then De'Vondre Campbell comes in and says he's a starting quarterback. Leavitt says, yeah, no question. And then De'Vondre Campbell says he's better than a lot of starting quarterbacks. As a Packers fan, with the uncertainty of the future, we don't know what's going to happen after this year or the next couple of years with Aaron Rodgers. Will the Packers move to Jordan Love eventually? It could happen. We'll see what Rodgers decides, what the Packers decide to do going forward. But from what we've seen from Jordan Love, there's just been some question marks. We don't know what we really have in Jordan Love right now. He hasn't had that much of an opportunity to play NFL football. And so I think that when it is his opportunity, we should give him some time to sort of see what he really has, because he clearly has a talent, is a very athletic quarterback. And to hear De'Vondre Campbell say he's a starting quarterback, he's better than lots of starting quarterbacks around the NFL, that gives me lots of hope, because De'Vondre Campbell doesn't have to say this. He doesn't have to come in and give high praise to Jordan Love. And the fact that De'Vondre Campbell, a player who's, in Green Bay consistently sees what Jordan Love is doing and how he's progressing, he clearly sort of knows what he's talking about. So, considering with Jordan Love, I think we've seen some progress this past year, this past preseason. Was it perfect? Definitely not. But there's, I think, lots of bright spots for Jordan Love to build on. And I'm curious to see, I hope he becomes a great quarterback in the NFL, whether it's with the Packers, whether it's not with the Packers. And the question still, of course, going forward is, will he get that opportunity? Because right now, the way the Packers are looking at 3-6, in the next, 3 to 5 games, we may see if they are officially eliminated from playoff contention. I've seen some people suggest that Jordan Love should start playing once the Packers are eliminated from playoff contention, so the Packers can see what they have in him, give him some more experience, which I think logically makes sense. I just really wonder that if the Packers are officially eliminated from playoff contention, which hopefully doesn't happen, but if it does happen, then Aaron Rodgers, are we just going to, let him sit on the sideline without playing, have a headset on for the rest of the year? I just don't know if I see that happening. Maybe it's possible. Who knows? We'll see what happens when that time comes. But there's still uncertainty with Jordan Love in the future and Aaron Rodgers in his future, because, of course, Rodgers signed that 3-year, $150 million extension this past offseason. But part of me is just wondering, with the way the Packers are looking right now, if this season continues like it has so far and the Packers don't make the playoffs, will Aaron Rodgers decide to hang it up? That's my question, because if he doesn't think that there's going to be much improvement going forward, will he continue playing? I'm not completely sure, because we've heard from Aaron Rodgers in the past couple of years in certain interviews that basically he doesn't want to keep playing if he's not still playing at a high level. I believe he said in the past. So we'll see if that happens. I still think Rodgers is playing. Still a very solid QB in the NFL, playing very well. There's just been lots of, miscommunication. Receivers aren't on the same page with Rodgers. This past game, Rodgers definitely put the ball in harm's way a lot more than he typically does. But there's still just lots of uncertainty with the Packers' future at QB. But to hear Jordan Love getting praised by De'Vondre Campbell like this gives me some hope going forward. But that is all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.